Coming up on Bloom, the quiet quitting trend is gaining traction. We'll tell you what that is and how to find work-life balance without being a slacker.
You're moving forward. You're not coasting. We don't want to coast through life, right? We want to ride on the highway to health.
Trending today, people are finding the new work trend of quiet quitting mentally liberating. This all started on TikTok and is gaining steam. It means you're not outright quitting your job, but you are quitting the idea of going above and beyond. The catchphrase quiet quitting is new, but the idea is not. You may have quietly quit before. Experts say it's about having healthy boundaries with your boss. So basically, you're sticking to your contractual duties. And for many, gone are the days of coming in early and staying up late. And many workers are putting their foot down when it comes to not taking on extra responsibilities without extra compensation. Joining us now with more on how to find work-life wellness without slacking on the job is lifestyle expert Anastasia Turchetta. Anastasia, it's great to see you.
Great to see you, Gail. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so this one is all over TikTok. And I mean, everybody's got something to say about it. So what exactly is quiet quitting?
Quiet quitting is basically you're doing your job, but you're not going the extra mile, right? You're doing what's asked of you, but then again, you don't feel like if I start at 8 o'clock, I'm going to show up at 8 o'clock. I don't arrive early. Maybe you leave at 5 o'clock, but your project isn't completed. So you're like, I leave at 5 o'clock, so I'm just going to put the project aside and I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Okay, all right. So I was just having a debate about this with one of my daughters. I'm old school. I'm kind of like, I'm going to get in there and I'm going to be an overachiever and I'm going to do more than you asked me to, probably to the point of draining myself.
Yes.
And she has the mentality of like, hey, I got to have work-life balance, and watching what you've done over the years is not too appealing to me. And I get that. I get we're coming from different scopes and different lenses. Can quiet quitting hurt you in any way?
Quiet quitting can hurt you, and the fact of the matter is what we're doing is it's almost like a mistaken identity by framing it as healthy boundaries. Quiet quitting, you're basically passively setting boundaries. So you're not really talking to anybody about it. Mainly we're just doing it and not having the conversation with our boss. It can hurt you also because when you quiet quit, the word quit, that's your self-talk. So when you think about it, it can dull your personal and your professional growth. You can have the dull skill set of problem solving, learning how to grow through a challenge and basically find strength and resilience, the cohesiveness of teamwork. There's all of those things that we learn, but the point is with healthy boundaries, that makes it realistic and healthy. You're able to go through it, or I say grow through it.
Yeah, I like it. I've been here for many, many years, 3 decades going on next year. And finding work-life balance, raising kids has been difficult at times, but I do find that there is an understanding that I'm going to come in, I'm going to do everything that is expected of me,
correct,
go above and beyond, and then in return, I would say that supervisors along the way have been like, yeah, and if you have to deal with that sick kid, or you have this life emergency, we're going to work with you on the flip side. To your point, being transparent might be the best bet.
Absolutely. It sets you up because the more that there has to be, I call it going through in wellness, because nothing's really ever in balance. So I think the quest should really be work-life wellness, because that is really true and transparent. When you're talking about exactly what you did, you go above and beyond, you're going the extra mile. I think sometimes when it is out of the norm, you feel it. You feel burnt out. You feel that stress. So then what you could do is, I like to say, you know what, the burnout solutions are set healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries are proactive. They're not passive. They're designed for clear and kind communication. They're designed for you to share your value and your beliefs with others, and they're accompanied by a mutual understanding. Mutual is the key word.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. So, and by setting and communicating healthy boundaries, you're actually creating your own work-life wellness plan.
Absolutely. So I like to look at it as like if you have a traffic light. So for a burnout solution, look at a traffic light. You've got red, yellow, and green. So write down truly what is causing your burnout. Is it the calls after work? Is it something while you're on vacation? Is it doing what you did? You know what I mean? I'm sure there were times when you're like, oh my goodness, I'm at 20 hours in the news instead of what would be a normal work day for most people.
Right.
So write that down, and what is the trigger for you? Because red would be, that's something you need to address and associate, and get out of the situation. A toxic work environment, an abusive work environment. If it's yellow, this is the flexible zone. This is your opportunity to ask for resources. Like you said, I need a resource for maybe to help me with my kids. Or what if I'm working through a death in the family? Do you offer grief counseling? I'd like to, have a professional to talk to. What about finding, there's so many things personally that also go into our profession. So the yellow zone is great. It's an opportunity for you to set those boundaries. Instead of volunteering at work, you could say something like, I can give you an hour. I've got this going on. And that way people understand and respect your time.
I like that. I like that. Is there a green zone?
There is a green zone. The green zone is that you are moving forward, because quiet quitting, a lot of people say you're coasting, you're working with the bare minimum. You don't want to, you're going with the average, right? So green, you're moving forward. You're not coasting. We don't want to coast through life, right? We want to ride on the highway to health. Yeah,
because if you're not part of the wheel turning, you're gonna miss out. I think.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's just my own 2 cents that I'm not the expert, but I just wanted to throw that in, because I feel like, you got to find that balance of just not overworking, not underworking, but being there for your own growth and to see yourself bloom. Hey, Anastasia, as always, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I can't wait till you come back. And for more information on Anastasia, visit WFLA.com/bloom.